Good evening, Facebookers and onlookers. My name is Tenalane Wilson, also known as the Insurance Lady, and I am the owner of W Financial Group. I offer life insurance, tax preparation, and notary services. So today I'm just coming on to discuss a few things with you. I'll be brief. We don't like long, drawn out um, videos or messages. So first thing is the six reasons to invest in life insurance. As you can see here, you want to pay for your funeral expenses. The average cost is running from $7,000 to $10,000. So you don't want to leave your family struggling and stressing. The other thing is you want to avoid funeral delays, such as waiting on GoFundMe's, fish fries, fundraisers, or whatever it may be. Um, it replaces the income, can fund college for children, and you can avoid losing property. So you want to make sure that you have an agent that go over what your needs are and then customize a particular product to meet your needs. So that may be enough insurance to replace income, enough insurance to cover expenses or sending children to college in the event that someone passes. Okay. So if someone depends on you, you need life insurance. Okay. You want to be able to transfer the risk to the insurance company. So instead of leaving that issue to your family to figure out where they're going to get the money for a funeral, how they're going to replace the income if mom or dad or grandma pass away, it transfers the risk over to the insurance company. And once you pass away, the insurance company, the beneficiary, will receive payment. And it's not taxed. Insurance payments are not taxed. The other thing is to avoid generational poverty. We oftentimes see people that die without insurance, and families are struggling. Uh, they may have children, and it leave people in a bad situation. So it avoids generational poverty. Your children will have an inheritance. Your family will have an inheritance. They'll have something left to them that they can carry on, that pulls them up out of poverty. Okay. My number at the bottom, 704-449-9175. That is one of my lines or the email you can reach me on. The To be able to do the insurance is real quick, real simple, and a lot of times it's inexpensive. So if you have health challenges, yes, that may increase the cost of your insurance. What happens? They'll get your information. They'll do what's called the MIB search, which means they'll do a search looking at the prescriptions that you take that's registered under your information, and based on whether you're a smoker, male or female, and they'll come back with a rate. So I don't see any medical records. I don't see your medical history or any of that stuff. And it's usually pretty quick. You get an instant response of whether you're approved or not, and how much your monthly premiums are going to be. And oftentimes the premiums are very cheap. You probably spend more money on cigarettes, soda, coffee, uh, than it costs for a monthly insurance premium. Very, very inexpensive. The other thing is, the other side of my business is tax preparation. So it is that time of the year. E-filing starts on January the 23rd, which is the date the IRS will start accepting the returns and processing them. So my process is very simple as well. I'll send you a sheet packet which has the disclosures in it. I have to have certain documents like your social security, ID, things of that nature for the dependents that you're carrying. We will process that. You'll receive information through a secure portal with your tax documents to sign and approve. I review everything step by step. And another important thing to remember about my business, I have purchased a franchise. So I bought into a franchise. And so my software and everything that I do is very similar to the software programs that you have in the huge chains. So, with that being said, I used to work in one of those huge chains, the competitors, and their prices are very expensive. So I'm very considerate about that. You will pay for my professional services, but I don't charge $500 for a regular 1040 with a dependent. So so I have very affordable and reasonable prices for tax preparation services as well. Um, I have very competitive rates with life insurance as well. So the life insurance rates, basically, I'm a broker, and so I'm contracted with multiple carriers. And what I do is look at your information, your situation, and we're going to find the best rate for you. Now, and I always challenge people, if you find a rate cheaper than mine, hey, I am not mad at you for selecting that carrier or that person. But usually that is not the case. So I'm always up for the challenge. There is an impact to our community for being underinsured. So, according to research, African Americans are more likely to be underinsured than white Americans. The average life insurance coverage for white Americans is about 150,000, where for African Americans, 50,000. So that creates a disparity. Somebody's family is inheriting an average of 150,000, whereas African American families on an average, and a lot of times that's just like an um, overreach on the amount. So life insurance can cover unpaid debt, and a component of that can be to build generational wealth. So again, we're talking about legacy and generational wealth. We want to remember that. Here is a scenario, which is Mary is married to John. Mary and John, they have 4 children, ages 1, 5, 11, and 17. Their assets include a house, 3 cars, and a small business. They're both employed. Mary works part-time, earning $50,000 a year. The mortgage balance is about $80,000. So $15,000 in credit card debt, $8,000 on the car loans, $10,000 in savings, $40,000 in retirement investment accounts. And Mary ends up being involved in a fatal accident and fatality. So she has about $193,000 in estimated expenses. So to send the kids to college, and then the debt. So we're looking at, oftentimes we are underinsured. Mary has a $10,000 whole life policy, and the policy is $56 a month. But with $193,000, $10,000 is going to put Mary in the ground, and it's going to leave her family desperate. Okay, but Mary can have a $200,000 term insurance for 30 years, which will cover the kids into adulthood. So you will have $200,000 in coverage. So anything happen to Mary's, $200,000 is going to automatically pay out to her beneficiaries. Then she has an additional $25,000 of accidental insurance. So her family will receive a total of $225,000 at a rate of $130 a month. Now, this is for Mary being in good health. Okay. And she got $225,000 for $130. So again, insurance is not expensive at all. It just depends on how much you want and what type you want. And it's various types of insurance. You have the cashback option. You have a term policy for 30 years. And at the end of 30 years, you're still living. Guess what? You get all your money back. Okay. Which is pretty dope, because you can have a whole life policy, and then you can have that term policy. And that term policy is just in place. So if something happens between then and the time that your children, or the time that you pay off your mortgage, you might have a 30-year mortgage. And so you may have a $450,000 term policy. So with that, you have it throughout the life of your loan to make sure if something happens, they can pay your house off. It's just that simple. It's a form of mortgage protection. So you can use insurance in various ways, and they actually have mortgage protection insurance as well. So you have term insurances for a specific period of time. So it could be 10, 20, 15, 25 years, 30 years. Sometimes you can convert that policy to a paid up policy. Sometimes they have cashback options. So you have various things, various different options with the life insurance. So the best thing to do is just get with your agent, call me, the insurance lady, and we can just kind of customize. We can see what it is that you need for you and your family, what works best for you, look at the budget, and we can find a great policy for you. If you need your taxes prepared, I love referrals, love recommendations. If you do that, that would be awesome. Refer me, help a sister out. I like the referrals. If you just have a question, feel free to reach out to me. I'll respond usually the same day, but no later than a 24-hour period. I make sure I get back to my clients or potential customers or people that have questions. I don't mind sharing the knowledge at all. All right, so I said I'm going to stay long. I've been on here for a little minute, but I just wanted to give an update. Contact me at PW Financial Group. My number's on there, 704-449-9175. And you have my email address, which is the community agent 00, like Hawaii 5000, @gmail.com. Thank you.